Hey, man, last day of the month for everyone, January 31st. We did pretty dang good here at Elephant Money for the last month. So it's a nice month to start out the year, and nothing I didn't expect for the month. Everything seems to be going exactly the way I thought it would. Thank you to everybody that's been helping out, especially in the chat. You guys have been stepping up a lot lately, and I really do appreciate it with all the help everybody's been giving everyone. And, SK's been doing his AMAs. We got a couple contests going on, whether you're writing a Medium post or buying, minting things. And that's just part of our Q1 marketing, and we're doing pretty good. So I think we have a lot more coming down the pipe. And, Rugs to Riches has been stepping up, offering to give out some free money too when you start minting. And then BT did the buy one, get one. And we are just making sure this year has got something going on every single time. So, so you guys, if anybody wants to jump in, feel free. Work's a little busy here, so you may hear me stop talking for a second. So if anybody else wants to jump in, SK or anybody, feel free.
Yeah, I know how that goes, man. I'm at my day job as well, so I'm trying to duck and hide.
Yeah.
That way I could be.
I just got kicked out of 2 conference rooms already.
Yeah, man. But no, it's been an exciting month overall. With the macro crypto news, and people are really just waiting for, the halvening for Bitcoin, and then we know what that's going to do with BNB and our relief pump on the Elephant token. So it's been cool. Still lining up a bunch of AMAs. We're working something out with Fire Hustle. She'll be making some videos as well. And yeah, it kind of came out of nowhere too, but I was excited to see the buy one, get one. If anyone mints a fresh rare black NFT, for the next 100 of the black NFTs minted, you get a free NFT. And that's in addition to the contest, like you mentioned, with YouTube, Medium, these weekly spaces. So I think you're going to see more things along those lines come up, and it's going to be pretty cool. I think BT's got some exciting things to announce over the coming weeks and months too, especially leading up to the Bitcoin conference in Nashville. Ed, you're breaking up. Or at least for me, you're breaking up. If anyone else wants to jump in and kick it with your boys here, feel free. I see Patrick's in here, Rex the Riches, Jed. But I don't have anything. I usually save all my talking for the AMAs, but I'm just here to answer any questions if I know the answer. It's still choppy, Ed. I can't hear Ed. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah, he sounds a bit like a robot. Blackberry guy, Jed, can you guys hop in? Or anybody else?
That's definitely a quiet bunch this particular morning. I know that I have another AMA lined up at the Pillars Discord group this Friday, and maybe something else over the weekend. So that's going to be pretty cool to check out. But otherwise, yeah, for the next several months, just going to be revisiting a lot of the folks that I've been at already before, and getting some of the new blood too. So I don't know if anyone caught the Pocket Aces one, but he's had us on his radar forever, and you heard him explain it. But he's just kind of tired with like projects because they always sound good, and then you're late, and then they rug, just like all the dozens of ones that have rugged. And Elephant's just a different kind of outlier for him. So even outside of our AMA, chatting with him in DMs, he was just really shocked at not only the liquidity and the longevity, but just how everything channels into this treasury idea, the tokenomics of how elephant money works, and he was just pretty much blown away. So that was cool. Hope you guys had a chance to listen to the Pocket Aces AMA. He's a really cool guy too. So I wouldn't be surprised if in the future months or weeks that James Pelton has a circle of influencers, right? And he's really good friends. James Pelton is not only with Pocket Aces, but also Yabanks. If you remember the Yabank show, the guy that did an AMA with in October. But I could see one day myself, CC Crypto Man, Pelton, Yabanks, and Pocket Aces having a little round table. So that'll be cool to look forward to one of these days. I see Blackberry Guy popped in. What's up? Rugs to Riches. What's up?
Yeah, hi. Good to hear from you that way, SK, and from Ed. Yeah, I can share just a couple of things. I know that I mentioned a couple of days ago that I'm hoping to put together some kind of video, and I just need to have the time to get around to it. But I'm hoping to put a video together that speaks to not only the value capture that Bertha has, but also the ways in which potential and new and seasoned participants in the elephant money treasury or elephant money ecosystem could be a reflection of what Bertha is. And just to kind of keep that in mind, because Bertha grabs its value from three sources, right? It grabs it from futures, it grabs it from NFTs, it grabs it from the elephant token itself. And I'm trying to put together something that speaks to everybody about the very value capture that is already found as what I guess some people have called whale economics, that carries on in a smaller scale with people who act like Bertha. I had just noticed lately that Layla put out a video, put out a music video of late called Move with Bertha. And yeah, you're moving with Bertha, but you're reflecting with Bertha. And if you take that approach, you find that depending on what your level is as far as your counts go in, especially in your own elephant bag, that you yourself can be a person who's a value capturer, just like Bertha is. It's a smaller scale, but the larger you get, the more you find that value capture taking place in your own account. So I'm hoping to put a video together to that extent. And I'm also excited about seeing what we can do grassroots wise about putting on some contests. I appreciate the fact that BT put out a promotional Black NFT contest or promotion. And I know that Rugs to Riches has been working on that, and they're continuing to work on that. And it'll be interesting to see how that might be able to spark some interest. So that's about all I have. But hopefully, I had hoped maybe by today I might have been able to get that video out. But it just, like everybody else, we've got things that we got to do and places we got to go and people we have to see. And you don't always have the time to do it the way you'd like. But hopefully I'll be able to get it together certainly before the next Friday update. So.
Yeah, fantastic. I have an idea of what that's going to look like because of our DMs, but he's got a point, as far as the larger your own bags get, right?
Yeah.
You do have a miniature whale economic effect, I guess I coined that term, oops. But,
okay.
Like if you've got several, 100 billion elephant tokens, and yeah, you use Buy with Bertha for the 8.5% fee that's collected. Well, the bigger your bag, come to find out, whenever you put in $1,000 and 8.5% fees collected off of that, that little bit of price appreciation that you gave into the ecosystem that pumped everything up, that little bit, your dollar value actually didn't experience an 8.5% hit, right? It felt more like only a 7%.
That's correct.
Because your bag overall kind of increased. So yeah, it's a really cool concept that I think you're going to hone in on.
I'm hoping to be able to do that, and at the same time, it serves double purpose, right? I mean, you've done it, EMH has done it. People have talked about how the elephant treasury is able to do that, and it's important to continue to keep that in mind as we see the linear growth of tokens, but then also the value growth that takes place in Bertha. But yeah, then to see that on a smaller scale, you're able to see that happening yourself. And so there's more of a discount to buying elephant token than you realize, and it shows up with every new deposit that you make or every new purchase that you make. So anyway, I hope to be able to put it together clearly and see what kind of interest that sparks.
Yo.
Hey.
Hey, first off, I would like to thank all the people that have donated for the upcoming Rugs to Riches challenges. It started with one person donating a full B&B to the show to give out to the herd. And since then, several other herd members have reached out and has sent pretty substantial amount of funds. So over the next month, 2 months, as long as we have money, we will be giving it back out to the herd. I know that our first challenge didn't necessarily get completed with the 35 mint challenge, but the herd did mint 17 in one day, which is about 15 more than the average over the last 2 weeks. Last 2 weeks, we've been averaging 2 to 4 over, per day mints. And the herd did pull together and they minted 17. And as a thank you to those 17 mints, the herd has reached out and given me some more trunk, and each one of those mints will receive 500 trunk. So I'll just keep talking until somebody else pops on. I don't know if I can talk like Ed, but I think the biggest thing that we need to remember is we know the roadmap, right? I keep harping on this in the main chat and on Discord. Is the first run up, that first parabolic run up, that proved that everything the BT said was true, right? As SK says, that was proof of concept. So unfortunately, that exploit took the wind out of the sails, but it redistributed those tokens and allowed me personally to benefit, because I was able to 10x my elephant count, my elephant holdings because of that. Which I don't think that if it would have stayed up, I don't think that I could be where I'm at today in that sense. The second run up was driven by the herd, through futures and through just purchasing elephant, right? Futures started the trend and put some green dots on the chart, and then the herd stepped up and started buying elephant. Right, the herd was averaging about 3x what Bertha was averaging in that run up. I think where we failed as the herd is we didn't educate people to hold as much as we wanted. We don't expect people to hold and not ever sell, right? We're all in here for the same purpose. We're all here to make money, and we have a proof of concept that BT has instilled in us that works, right? There's reflections. So as BlackBerry guy was saying, if you just hold, you're going to get reflections. They might be small at the moment, but they add up. They add up over the course of a year. And if you take those reflections and you sell them, month to month or every 3 months, it is substantial based off of your size, and that's what like DeFi Springs, Zach at DeFi Springs has said, be like Bertha, right? You want to DCA, you want to hold, and you want to sell small amounts at a time, to cover things like, maybe dinner or, Christmas is coming up or, your kid's birthday, right? I mean, those are things that you want to sell some and you want to go. Or, if you see us running up to 5% a day, right? And you're like, oh gosh, this is going to end soon. Well, sell 1%. Right, if you sell 1% of your bag into a 2% or 5% daily pump, your bag is still actually going up. You're taking money off the table every single day. And at the end of that month, you think, well, man, I sold 30% of my bag. Well, maybe you did, but you still have more tokens than if you would have just at the beginning of the month sold 30% of your bag, right? So that's the benefit that we have on this third run up. We know that if we just simply buy the tokens and we hold them, if we buy them and hold them, then there's less on the market, right? And so, like the GameStop theory, right? That those people that saw dumb money, that was grassroots. That was us versus them. Well, it's us versus the LPs, right? The LP is that omniscient force that's taking our money, right? Because every time the LP gets elephant, it takes our money. Well, if we take it from the LP and we hold it, right? We hodl it just like Bertha. Well, now the LP doesn't have it, and we have the money, right? So every month we get reflections, we sell a little bit. We're not saying don't sell. We're saying don't dump. So who's gonna talk to me? All things ETH. Ed, are you back? SK, you're just letting me ramble. I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk today, so I don't have my good ramble on.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, finally. Between the internet connection here at my work, and then just trying to get out of the boss's way a few times. I try to move it to my iPad because my phone just doesn't seem to, my phone always wants to disconnect at my work. So my iPad, I figured, works better, but Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, it won't let you do spaces on an iPad yet. It told me when I went to connect, says can't do it on iPad yet. It's like, oh, great. So I came into a different room and tried to talk to you.
Hey, Ed?
Yeah.
That's because Apple sucks.
Yeah, I know, right? Jesus. I heard some of what you said there, and about telling people it's just being responsible for what you're doing with your money. I mean, the people that are dump are going to dump. They're those kind of people, and you're not going to change their mind. That's just who they are. They're not the best probably person to be investing next to on the planet, but they're going to do it no matter what you say because they really don't care what we say. But for some of the people that are still trying to learn, it's just about being responsible how you do it. I mean, you literally are going to miss out on money if you try to sell everything you have and think you can try something else. But if you play responsibly and you play the way it's supposed to be, how the contract's supposed to be used to maximize every dime you can get out of it, you're going to do pretty well. But when you're doing large chunks like that and trying to jump out, maybe even jump back in again, but you're just missing out on money. So it's always good to know that there's money there to be had. It's whether you really do want it or not.
Yeah, well, one thing that I've noticed, that I've been here since I think I joined two or 3 weeks right before the first exploit, and the thing that I noticed is elephant money is the constant, right? Trunk came, trunk changed. Stampede came, stampede changed, right? Futures came, futures had to change a little bit so that we can be sustainable. The constant is the elephant token, because it's the backbone, as SK is telling us. So, in 10 years, guess what's going to still be here? Elephant token, right? In 10 years, will future still be here in some semblance? Yeah, probably. But will it be exactly what it is today? We don't know. We don't know unless it gets adopted, right? We know that if 10,000 wallets are putting $200 in a month to compound, that's $2 million into the ecosystem. If $2 million are coming in and Bertha is buying 1.6 million tokens every single month, well, that LP is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. And that multiplicative, that's a hard word for me, that multiplicative event is going to be great, right? So those are the things. Elephant token will be here in 10 years. If you buy and you hold for that 10 years, it'd be like buying Bitcoin at whatever we're at now, $12, $13, $14 a Bitcoin.
Yeah, I hear you. And that's, if you are correct, elephant will always be here. I mean, you never know. I mean, and trunk might be doing the same thing too, but both of them in the next 10 years, I think we're going to be doing amazing no matter what. But as far as what's going to happen that far down the road, it's all part of the herd, the community, and what you do out there to bring more people in. Just with any single business out on this planet, out of crypto or not, it's just more customers, the better. And I think we're doing pretty good so far, but we need to step it up even more. And that's why we started some of those Q1 promotions that we're doing.
Yeah, 100%. And I'll just say one more thing. Again, thank you to all the people that have donated to Rugs to Riches wallet. All that money that's come into Rugs to Riches wallet will be going right back out to the herd. So we definitely have a new promotion coming out, or new challenge coming out on Monday. So tune in. And last, I have one more thing. Nah, it's left me.
Well, hopefully people that are listening right now, you got to go to the Rugs to Riches YouTube page and make sure you subscribe, because all the content they put out there, if there's a particular person you really need to subscribe to, it's those guys, because they bust their butt each week, just like some of the other guys we have out there that you already subscribe to. But these guys need a little more subs on YouTube so we get the word out even more. I mean, it's all part of your bag. Everyone listening, it is part of your bag, helping out to subscribe and like and reply and retweet and recomment and copy and paste. That all helps your bag of money in your own hand. Whatever you want to do with it down the road, whether you want to add more or you want to sell it all in one lump sum, or you want to sell a little at a time. Every time you help out our content creators, that helps out your personal money. So that's up to you guys. Each step you take every single day. If you take 5 minutes a day to come in to our Telegram or anywhere you go and you want to make a post, I would say forget that and go subscribe and like and join our content creators and use that 5 minutes more wisely than coming in to say some crazy comment about something that was posted 9 hours ago, kind of a thing. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Hey, I did remember. Anybody in the herd that has ideas for R2R challenges, feel free to DM me. You can DM AG Crypto. You can DM Zach with DeFi Springs. All of us are part of the show now. So anybody that has ideas or wants to help with donations, just reach out and we'll send you that. And then, like I said, every cent that we get in that wallet is going right back out to the herd.
Yeah, and our Twitter Spaces doesn't have to be about the same stuff all the time. And we talk about some stuff we have going on. You hear us say the same things about each one to each one, but feel free to, I don't care if we make a whole show about ideas for marketing or ideas for promoting out and about, or just on Telegram or in one of our content creator spaces. It doesn't matter. You can always just offer something out there. We'll take it in. We'll say, hey, is this a good idea? And maybe we'll use it. Maybe we won't. But brainstorming ideas can happen anywhere you like, and we welcome and hear them on Spaces as well each week. How many people have asked to speak out there so far? Anyone?
Yeah, I'd like to.
Hey,
this is Patrick Cryptozoa. I just wanted to.
What's up, Patrick?
Hey, Ed. Doing well. I just wanted to pop in and say today is the final day for the January Elephant Money Writing Contest, and that tomorrow is the start of the February contest. And so for those that are unfamiliar, we run a monthly contest where you write a Medium article, and if it gets published in my publication on Medium, which is Cryptozoa, you have a chance to automatically be entered in the contest. And the prizes are that there's 3 NFTs that are being given away to the top 3 articles by views. And, statistically, I mean, if you write an article and you put it at the first of the month, you have the best chance of getting the number of views up for winning the contest. So right now, I'm letting you know, start your writing engines and get an article. And if you're not a writer already for Cryptozoa, just start a Medium account, create an article, and send it to me. And I will give you my thoughts, whether you're accepted, whether you need to tweak it a little bit, and then you're published. And so that's the only requirement is to publish an article onto the Cryptozoa publication on Medium, and then you're entered to win. So by tomorrow, I'm going to be doing the tallying for last month's entries, and we'll be giving away 3 NFTs. So there you go, and then start your writing engines for the February contest, because it's a monthly contest that keeps on running.
That's awesome. So how many people sent you articles for January?
I should know that off the top of my head. I know that it's more than, I think it's about 20.
Oh, that's good. That is very good.
Yeah, it's excellent, because we've gotten, people who have written continuously. So like Lamser and MD Squared and Crypto Stew, he has an article. SK, he has an article. I also write, but I'm not part of the contest. I just run it. Yeah,
Okay.
but it's been great. We've gotten brand spanking new writers, as well as, you know, the hard hitters are coming back to write. And with the contests, hopefully all that continues.
Well, appreciate you doing that kind of contest for us, and good luck to anybody that's put out some content out there for January. I hope you win those NFTs and get that stuff ready for February, start a whole new month, and push out some even more content. And, you know, if you ever need help, you can ask one of us before you even write your content. Just let us know what you're thinking about doing. Maybe we give you some pointers. If you're just new to all this completely and you've never written something before, we're happy to help every single person out there of the herd to help put content out. And like Patrick said, when you're done writing it, send it to him. He'll review it, let you know how to tweak it if it needs it, or maybe he'll just post it right away because it was that good. But never be shy of just contacting any of us and saying, hey, you know, give me some words of wisdom, some advice, or help to create this ecosystem be even bigger than it is.
Yeah, like I said in the interview that I had with Rugs to Riches, nearly every single writer that has come to CryptoZoa has privately messaged me and said, you know, I'd like to do this, but I don't consider myself a writer. And I just say, well, write about your experience. And then someone will identify with you and you'll start building an audience. And then all of a sudden I have regular writers. So people who are non-writers all of a sudden become writers. You do that by writing. That's it. Just put ass in the seat and start writing, and hopefully some magic comes into it, and then submit.
If it's about your own personal experience, you'll start filling that piece of paper up with a lot of words, and then you could fine tune it later. And you know, we've had this before when I've asked BT. He mentioned some things, and he said a word one time, and I didn't even know what it meant. And I know a lot of people probably didn't either, but weren't going to ask. They were too shy. I'm like, look, what does this word mean? And he explained it to everybody. And I know there's times out there when you're in crypto, you think everybody is the expert and they already know what they're doing and you're far behind, and you're not. There's a lot of people that know a lot less about crypto than you do. And yeah, there's people obviously that might know more about crypto, but it never hurts to ask. Don't be shy. We'll always be here to answer it. No question is a dumb question. Might be a repetitive question that we've already answered, but that doesn't mean it's a dumb question. You just, you know, you might not have noticed that we had to answer it and stuff like that, but always be willing to ask, because we'll always be willing to answer for you guys. I do see Bank Teller has joined in, and so if you're up for speaking, BT, feel free to jump in.
Yeah, hope everyone's doing well. Look, the NFT marketing fund is in full effect. You see people earning NFTs to help promote the ecosystem left and right. So once again, for content creators, now's your time to shine. In addition to that, we will be ramping up some of our advertising partnerships. So I've confirmed a deal with probably our most successful advertising partner. I'll give a free NFT to anyone who can guess who that is before the end of the stream. But just raise your hand and we'll pick you. And you can throw out your idea. You only get to say one idea, though. You can't spam ideas. You have to get on, say it, and if you're wrong, we'll say you're wrong. But this is someone we've worked in the past. I big hint. I personally believe it is the most effective way to run ads, at least, and that's going to be a significant marketing spend, but well worth it, and we're going to get the eyeballs from it. So that's the major update. Other than that, just monitoring what's going on. One thing though, like in the main Telegram and things like that, let's keep the focus on just buying elephant. Um, I am gonna say, like, if we get like too much futures churn, people are just gonna get, and like sort of repeat offenders or whatever are just gonna get muted. Like, no conversations, just we need to let that thing run. It does run. And there's tons of Medium articles from Cryptozoa. If you really want to understand how to use the thing, if you really there's the Crypto Stews spreadsheet. If you really want to learn how to use the thing, the back and forth in Telegram is exhausting, and it's not going to help us make money. We have to be selling NFTs. Excited about NFTs. Very easy to understand. We sell out this round. Everyone who owns these NFTs, it doubles in price. Elephant has sold at significantly lower levels in its history, and people who have bought have been rewarded handsomely. Every time Elephant is in a plateau, that's just a run up to the next parabolic rise. So we need to focus on our strengths. We have to understand that we're in a bull, going into sort of a bull market here. It's their very early stages. There's still a lot of chop, but it's time to for people to get their foothold in terms of their positions and not miss out on an opportunity. At the end of the day, your futures accounts, the principal's locked in. It's guaranteed to pay that out. So it's all just a timing thing, and people do have their personal bonus to make sure that their accounts do pay out effectively if that's what they're trying to do. It is an annuity, so it's a hybrid annuity, and it really is going to work best for people who are trying to build their long-term payouts, just like in any retirement account, 401k account, where investments happen twice a month or once a month at a minimum. So, we understand that all now. The system had to be regulatory compliant. Can't have fixed APRs and promises. Can't run on tokens or stable coins that don't exist anymore. At the end of the day, this is software. All software gets updates. All financial software gets updates. That's all this is. Everyone still has access to their funds. Everyone can still deposit and claim. So, really want people to do their own research, take personal responsibility. That's what the personal rate is there for. If you understand the personal rate, then you know that you can drive futures however you want. And the more people who drive it in the right direction, the better off everyone is. But it really is as simple as that. So, we're going to focus on things that are more appealing in the market right now, which is just, the NFTs, the tokens. That's what, because Telegram is about getting the word out and helping to steer the ship in a direction that we need to go for profitability. Remember that this is a business, so this is a business, not a playground. So, people coming in just causing chaos, like we have tons of people producing constructive content, engaging content, entertaining content, informative content. We need to let those people get the shine that they deserve. On that note, still things in the works. When you heard about the mint one rare get one free promotion, I told DeFi Springs. I kind of broke the news with DeFi Springs so that they could announce it on the Rugs to Riches show. The idea that we're kind of working with is to get some of these consistent producers on the YouTube side. We'll bring them in under the Elephant Money channel, so that we can go from split attention across all these fragmented channels to consolidated attention and audience on a programmed basis. So what that means is, like, for example, Rugs of Riches happens every Monday. Then we have other folks like all things EVM and things like that. We have to find time slots for them, figure out what their commitments are going to be. We have SK, who does quite a few away AMAs. I haven't been doing as many away AMAs because I've just been focused on logistics coordination. But I'll probably start doing like gearing up for my own show as well, which will probably focus on macro. Macro ideas and opportunities in the overall crypto space. So that's what's coming on my end. But in general, for the Elephant Money channel, we're going to have quite a few folks contributing, similar to like what you see with just CryptoZoa. Like you have to consolidate that talent so that you can build audience, so that when folks read one article, they can ping pong to the next, and we can help grow attention in general. So that's always been a good strategy. If you look at any like major content platform or even just a channel, it's all about consolidating like the best content or the best available content under a single umbrella, under a single theme or set of themes. So anything from, so you may have something simple like Apple, that has everything, and a lot of things that are exclusive to their exclusive content, and then also all the generic content that can be bought and rented, things like that. Similarly, we want to basically own the narrative when it comes to Elephant. In some cases, if you look around, there's some fudders that posts, not so much on the medium side, and I think a part of that is just like we have so much trustworthy content that's being produced on a regular basis that it just drowns out the haters. I think on the YouTube side, we have quite a few prolific haters producing utter trash, and we have to drown that out by consolidating and getting the message out in a more coherent, organized fashion. So really excited about that. Probably will send out invites for next week, where we can do our first do a Zoom call and get kind of organized and start to build out a schedule for that. But that'll be pretty exciting for the herd. Other than that, things are still up in the air for Q1 travel. And I need to look into at least one thing. It's kind of a toss-up between two particular conferences that I have my eye on. It still might be a little too early for sort of booth activity, and with the new long-term ad partnership, that's going to be a consistent and sizable drain on resources. But hopefully we get a nice bump, with that. I will say that that was potentially part of the first parabolic rise. So pretty excited about that. So with that, I think I will take some guesses as to who do you think this mystery partner is?
Ruggs had his hand up first.
Yep.
Coin Codex.
Nope. Next.
All things, I saw that you had your hand up, but you're not a speaker. So if you want to request to speak, you can also guess.
You can just grab. Maybe some people have to also drop. So maybe BlackBerry guy SK, drop your speaker so that other people can chime in.
Yes, but knowing more information, I don't think I have the right answer, so I'm not. I'm gonna refrain.
Okay.
I haven't been around as long as most of you, so if it's somebody you used to work with, I wouldn't know who it is.
It's gonna deserve a forehead slap when I tell you. So, next. We'll give it maybe 2 more tries. Big hint, it's a cross-chain platform. Anyone? Free NFT worth $600.
You're stumping us, BT.
People just don't want money, I guess. Free money. Free money.
Free money. Wow. You probably use it every day. Anyway.
All right, it's not Coinbase, is it?
No. All right. All right. Ready?
Well, BT, what is there any way to advertise since Rabbi's been getting so busy and popular lately? Are they doing stuff at all?
I don't know.
Wallets?
All right, so not.
I would.
So is MetaMask?
No. The answer is BSC Scan. And we've actually advertised on BSC Scan before. We ran banner ads. We'll be experimenting with. To start, we'll be for the first month. For the month of February, we'll be experimenting with not banners, but something a little bit more ubiquitous, but not as conspicuous, if you will. But we'll be gunning for roughly 2 million in eyeballs there, and see how that goes. So it's not a crazy cash outlay. It would be probably our largest marketing expense for the month. So that so we're getting up there in terms of how much we spend per month. So people say when marketing is like we already have marketing. This Spaces is hosted by our marketing, managed by our marketing team. All of the socials are coordinated and managed by the marketing team. The marketing team interfaces with content producers, make sure that the content that is being produced is amplified, and everything runs on a schedule. So that's core marketing. We also have PR. When we went when we went down to Florida for Art Basel. That was in the work that was done with the Boys and Girls Club. That's primarily a PR activity that still costs money. Anytime we go to like conferences and things like that, that's a drain. You know, those things are, you know, there's a balance that has to be walked, a tightrope that has to be walked when when the token is in the plateaus, so to speak. You know, and so that's but there's always like a baseline heartbeat that needs to happen, and so we've had that baseline established fairly well, I would say, for marketing activities, community outreach, community content, things like that. We have the NFTs helping to power more of the community content and get that organized. Um, and now, because we're sort of in this feature complete state where we know what the product is, we just have to bring eyeballs to the product. I'm comfortable turning the spigot back on to spend ad dollars, and get that going. So hopefully get decent conversions there. I suspect since we'll be marketing to people who are actively using B&B, I think that's our best shot at the next parabolic run is to capture the people who are already here, people who, the TVL that's here, the network activity that's here. You know, those people are only going to be interested in the token, though, right? They're only going to be interested in the token. They're only going to be interested in the NFTs, right? So, my macro thesis, in terms of DeFi, or one of the things that you really need to understand is that liquidity rotates. Liquidity always rotates, and when you want to make money, you have to get in at the beginning of a rotation, and you have to exit before the next rotation. So, for example, like, on Solana, there's a lot, there's memes, then that's rotating into dexes, and then and overall just liquidity farming, mining, things like that. But depend if you time it wrong, you lose a lot of money, right? So, and these are much shorter cycles than the kind of cycles that anyone is particularly used to at Elephant Money. At Elephant Money, we're more on a continuum. There's no rotation. There's just constant consolidation and distribution before the next parabolic rise. So, our whole platform, as captured by Elephant, works as a strong store of value similar to Bitcoin. And you can kind of tell where you're at with Elephant Money just by looking at the chart. So, you're either at the end of you're either at the start of a plateau because it's been preceded by a parabolic rise at this point, or you're towards the end of plateau, and you can measure that by the health of Bertha and the size of the liquidity pools. The how much the herd actually holds is more opportunity than anything. But that's pretty much everything. It's 11:59. Ed, did you pick a winner for the NFTs?
I have not. Go ahead and do it, BT, if you like.
Oh, I that's you. I don't do that, but
all right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick a guy I've been seeing each week. Kaizen Performance Kaizen Performance Company. Just acknowledge that you heard me say your name. There you go, brother. And hit me up on Telegram or on here and send me to say hello, and we'll talk and get your address and all that kind of stuff, man.
Oh, okay. All right. Perfect then. So yeah, more eyeballs to come. Uh, it was a pleasure working with BSC Scan in the past. There was a little bit of holdup. I actually wanted to get this going uh, earlier in the fall. I'll be transparent. Wasted a lot of time talking with one of the largest, crypto uh, advertising networks out there. Uh, these things are controlled by. I'll just go freaking say it. Brian Armstrong controls Coinzilla, and they're cock blockers. they're, they they want certain ecosystems to win. They want their platforms to win. These guys, whether it be CZ or Brian Armstrong, they own hundreds of businesses, not just the public ones. He probably makes more off of the businesses that he owns than he makes at Coinbase. So, you know, yeah. So that's how that goes. So obviously, they don't want anything on Binance to win. Let alone the moonshot, the crazy community that is elephant money. That basically whipped the pants off of all of them for the whole bear market. They don't want to deal with us in the bull market, but they're going to. So right, because this is a community led activity. This is a community led financial cooperative, and literally each one teach one is unstoppable. So any fool that will tell you that word of mouth marketing is not the best marketing, just tell that to Tesla, right? Just tell that to even Apple. So like, word of mouth marketing is the most powerful marketing, which is why we say each one teach one, which is why when I'm looking at where to put ad dollars, the first thing I'm looking at is, well, what does our community growth look like? Because it should be geometric at a minimum. All you have to do is just pull in one more person. If everyone in the community just pulled in one more person, our numbers would double. So that's really important. So I'm signing off. I don't want to get cut off by Twitter. Take care.